be at?
Where is Wade?
Wade's dad passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's been out this week, so they're tomorrow at 12 o'clock, his father passed away. Yep.
Marshall Wade's dad died this morning too. Harmon John Price's stepdaughter, her father died today.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the one in the paper, a COVID death today?
I don't know.
We had another COVID death today.
Nancy's dead.
Yeah. Heard that.
Nancy's dead.
Nancy's first husband. There was Marcia and Melanie's dad.
Oh, okay.
Hey, is tonight election?
Do what?
You can't read my lips. Is tonight election?
No.
Okay.
That's
It's
September.
September, okay.
Yeah, no.
I know that ain't on here.
Nope.
Teresa, you can say anything you want then.
What, nobody can read my lips. Then they say, did you say something? I don't know what you're talking about.
This thing's on, I better be
Yes,
quiet.
yes.
I know, me too.
Hey, listen, Dr. Burrow, and when we put these things up, we didn't realize there's 10 of these. I guess at one time, did you have another board member?
There were 10, I've always noticed
You used to
10.
have 9.
Nine?
Nine.
Had 9, so that's why there's 10 of them. So you got,
You had one who was at large. You had 8 districts and then one
And
member
then
who
they
was at large.
redistricted.
Linda said they all used to be at large at one time when it never was all.
So you voted the whole county
Did
for
you?
your individual district, but then you had an extra member that
What I
was
thought
at
it
large.
wasn't like a district.
hey, Eric, we're gonna go ahead and start, and we'll do the ROTC first,
Going into the story.
and then wait on,
And now that you say
does that work?
never mind,
We're gonna do the ROTC first. Oh, he's coming in, okay. Well, then never.
Board of Education will come to order. Then will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recognition of guests. Eric, would you?
Let's start actually with JROTC.
Yes.
We'll have, Mr. Weaver, or Preston makes his way up here. Um,
First.
Yeah.
While we're waiting on President.
I'm very honored tonight. Thank you for this opportunity to be able to celebrate a fantastic program that we have at Clinton High School. 10 years ago was actually I started my first year and came from a school along the coast in South Carolina that was very military driven, and it was excellent, and saw the program and the type of students it produced, and went to Dr. Parrott and said, we want to start one of these. And you all were very, very supportive. In fact, funded it for the first 2 years until we could get what we needed to be picked up by the Air Force, and we haven't missed a beat yet, and just very, very excited. This year, about a month ago, I was notified that our Air Force Unit of the Year in the state of Tennessee. And have a couple people that would like to present that plaque and say a couple things. So 3 people I'd like to bring up. Major General Richard Weber, retired. General was the Bruce K. Holloway AFA Chapter President, East Tennessee Region. His last assignment was commander of the 24th Air Force, and the 24th Air Force provides trained and ready cyber forces which plan and conduct cyberspace operations. General Weber is now in the United States Air Force Academy liaison to potential candidates in the East Tennessee region. Mr. Marty Kaufman, the Air Force Association Tennessee State President, and Ms. Cindy Boshears, the Military Academy Coordinator, Field Representative for the Office of Congressman Chuck Fleshman. So if you
Thank you very much.
for that kind introduction. My name is Dick Weber, and I have the honor of being the president of the Holloway chapter, representing all of East Tennessee. And we were the folks that nominated this detachment, the Clinton High School detachment, for our junior Air Force ROTC unit of the year, for a kind of a whole person concept. It was what they did. 5 out of the top 8 graduates in that senior class coming from this detachment. It was excellence in leadership with the activities that they were doing in the school, and it was excellence in drill and ceremony. And so what I'd like to do is bring the state president, also from East Tennessee, Marty Kaufman, up, and he'll make the presentation for the state recognition.
On behalf of the Air Force Association in the state of Tennessee, organization.
Contact, all right?
And next, while we still have everybody up here, I'd like to bring Cindy Brashear up here from Congressman Fleshman's office to read what he inserted into the congressional record.
Yes, they did a good job.
It's nice to be with you all tonight. Thank you. And I am the field rep and academy coordinator for Congressman Fleshman. And I serve at his pleasure, and part of my duties are to help students who would like to go to one of the service academies. And, pardon me. And so a few years back, probably about 3, I got the pleasure of meeting Senior Master Sergeant Coombs and Lieutenant Colonel Val, and I just have to say that these instructors, there's a lot of good instructors, but to be a great instructor, you have to work with kids and you have to model, you have to show them, and they do that every day, and that's what's made the difference in this unit being awarded this such a great honor. And so I'm really proud to be associated with this group, and I love working with them, and it's just a pleasure. And they are a great asset to Clinton High School and to Anderson County. So the congressman, we talked about this, and he said, oh, I want to enter this into the congressional record. So on July the 21st, 2020, he entered this into the congressional record. And forgive me for reading, but I don't know how else for y'all to hear this. So recognizing Clinton High School's Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps for receiving Unit of the Year recognition for the state of Tennessee. Madam Speaker, the mission of the Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps is to develop citizens of character who are dedicated to serving their nation and their community. Clinton High School Air Force Junior ROTC did it in spades and did it superbly. Clinton High School's unit is in its 9th year of existence. The program consists of 107 cadets And the 2019-2020 has been a year of accolades, achievements, and superlatives. As the coronavirus pandemic shut down in mid-March, Clinton High School had accumulated 565 community hours, 608 leadership development hours. In addition, cadets Dylan Montgomery and Dylan Butler were both earned the Boy Scout Eagle Award, which is also included in extensive community service projects. This unit has displayed excellence in scholarship. Their academic team made the semifinals for the Joint Leadership Academic Bowl for the third year in a row. 5 of the top 8 graduating seniors were Air Force Junior ROTC cadets. Cadet Dylan Butler graduated 3rd out of 300 and received a 4-year ROTC scholarship to the University of Tennessee at Knoxville, the state university system's flagship school. Cadet Caleb Polio graduated 4th out of 300 and received an appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Cadet Dylan Montgomery graduated 5th out of 300 and received a 4-year scholarship to the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. Cadet Travis Vaughn graduated 7th out of 300 and was selected for the Nuclear Navy Submarine Career Track based on his GPA and his ASVAP scores. Cadet Summer Sieber graduated 8th out of 300 and received a 4-year scholarship to the University of Tennessee at Knoxville's Tickle College of Engineering. Clinton High School has also shown excellence in leadership with 2 cadets sitting on the Principal Student Action Leadership Team and 2 cadets representing Clinton High School on the Anderson County School Board. Clinton High School unit has also showed excellence in drill and ceremony at the Daniel Boone Drill Meet. They received the Outstanding Unit Esprit de Corps Award. The Color Guard received 3rd place, third place in all freshman team unit inspection, and Cadet Dylan Butler came in 2nd for his individual knockout. Finally, which I had to look this up on the internet today to even know what this was, but finally Clinton High School's unit has shown excellence in orateering by coming in 3rd place during the Anderson County High School orateering competition. Clinton High School's junior ROTC unit makes a difference. In spite of growing up in challenging times, they exemplify the Air Force Junior ROTC Training Corps mission to develop citizens of character who are dedicated to serving their nation and the community. They personify the Air Force Corps values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all that we do, and merit selection as the Air Force Association's Air Force Junior ROTC Unit of the Year for 2020. So this year, being selected is a great honor, and we are very proud of this unit and all the students and the instructors. We really do appreciate your work.
So, Marty, thank you very much for representing the state. Cindy, thank you so much for the words, the kind words from the congressman. And if I could leave one additional thought, and that is, in the midst of this coronavirus and trying to figure out how to recognize this unit, the commander was going through a very tough family emergency. And Senior Master Sergeant Coombs, thank you. You were the one who was able to pull all this together for us so that we could recognize the unit the way that it deserved. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for allowing us time to celebrate and recognize our great programs. Navy JROTC and Air Force JROTC is outstanding in this district, and very, very proud of our instructors and the kids in those programs. At this time, I'm very excited. Reminds me of getting back to normal. board members. And I'd like to have them stand and tell you a little bit about them before they're sworn in. So we will start with Miss Boundy. If you want to stand, Miss Boundy. This is Kate Boundy. Kate is a senior at Clinton High School. As far as her aspirations, after graduation, I plan to pursue a bachelor's degree in music with a minor in biology, preferably at ETSU. While I earn my undergraduate degree, I plan on taking prerequisite classes needed to apply for medical school, so after I graduate college, I can hopefully work towards becoming a physician. As far as her favorite classes and teachers, she said this is a tough one because I have many, many classes and teachers I've loved. Aside from band, I have thoroughly enjoyed all my AP classes, especially U.S. History with Mr. Scarpino and Biology with Miss Dunn. A couple things she's interested in or involved in. Holding various positions of leadership and attending many music events. This year, I'm the band's drum major. I also am the co-president of National Honor Society, an organization I have been in since my induction as a junior. After school, I serve as a peer tutor in the Gear Up room. So, Mr. Martin, this is Preston Martin. Preston, you can stand. Preston is a senior. After high school, he hopes to attend the University of Tennessee and maybe pursue a career in optometry or take business-oriented classes. His favorite class right now is any history class. Favorite teachers are Wallace and Harrington, who was the teacher of the year last year. Outstanding. I like watching and playing sports as well as friends and family. I am also an Mr. Preston Martin.
Come forward.
Yeah, just come on up.
Come up
Come on
here.
up here.
And I want to welcome you all as make you feel as welcome as you can. If you've got questions at what this group does, don't hesitate to ask. You're welcome to join in any conversation. I will say that you're also welcome on Monday night. Monday night we have our committee meetings. That's where the nuts and bolts of the thing takes place, where all the controversy and questions that come up. So you are welcome to come if you're not busy on Monday night. Now, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will uphold the Constitution and statutes of the United States and of the state of Tennessee, and that as a student board member of Anderson County, you will faithfully execute the position to which you have appointed?
I will.
Okay. By the authority vested in me by the Anderson County Board of Education, I declare these student board members to be duly approved. We will sign, we need another copy.
They're at their table, Earl.
I'm sorry?
The copies are at their table.
Yeah, they're at their table to sign.
Oh, okay, okay.
They'll sign them, and we'll put those into the minutes, okay?
We'll get it, I'll sign it when you all, okay. Like I say, welcome to the board.
Thank you.
There also is a place that you all can do a report every month. This board is they're very appreciative and very active to see what you will bring before us.
Persons to be heard. Being none, approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Moved and seconded, approval of the agenda, discussion. If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Approval of consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, approval of consent agenda, discussion.
Mr. Chairman, the I'm just curious what the contract with Tennessee Orthopedic Clinic is.
Okay.
There was not a link on there.
What that is every year we have a and here, but the Clinton Physical Therapy got sold out to wanted to raise it $8,000. So we went with Tennessee Orthopedics, and they do both of them for $5,000 a piece. So it gives us an athletic trainer at all of our sporting events. It's something y'all have done for probably the last 10 years.
Okay.
And they also furnish a orthopedic surgeon usually on the sideline at both games.
Yep.
Or fields.
Assumed that's what it was. I just wanted to be sure.
Yep.
And I'd like to thank you for getting the contracts on the agenda.
Yep.
Did we have a motion and a second?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Comments from the chair. The fall district meeting is in Jefferson. Pam has got all the particulars.
Right, if, just according on what it looks like then, if we're still gonna have it online, or you'll still have it in person.
Do we know yet what?
Right now, it's still in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is September 15th, you said.
September 15th, yes.
Stop, is that a Monday or Tuesday?
It's a,
It's on Tuesday.
it's on a Tuesday.
Usually on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll let Pam know.
Yes.
Report that I have. Comments from student board. You all have anything you'd like to say before you get started?
Put them on the spot.
Only thing I can think of is thank you again for having us on the board. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Deal.
Could I add something?
Yeah.
Kate was fortunate enough to enter into the TSBA scholarship competition. That's a pretty big honor to get in there. They will announce the winner, I guess, at the fall district meeting.
Yeah. Good deal.
Well, I noticed Preston was, followed his grandfather's steps and got here late.
We locked you out.
Having worked with Dr. Sexton for 25 years plus, I can say that. Director's report.
Yep. Thank you, Dr. Burrell. Just have a few things. First, we've had a great start to our school. It's been a great first week. I can't say enough about our staff and our students and what they've done, just pulled together to make this opening as somewhat normal as it can be. Even with all the new precautions and everything, everybody's just working together. And like I say, it's been a very, very good week. We know there are going to be some struggles out there, but I know everybody we've got in charge of our schools are going to be able to handle it, and I really appreciate that. The other thing is the state has approved a waiver this year. They are looking at waiving, because we didn't test last year, they've also waived that any teacher that was a level 4 or 5 in the 2 preceding years, that we could go ahead and grant tenure for them this year. So we'll be working on that probably sometime in September or October to bring that back to you. And they're working on another waiver that would allow our teachers to allow the class size for online, not for in-class, but for online, to be 25% more, to allow that. But again, we've got about 1,250 students that are online. We are in the process of hiring about 8 more teachers to handle that. It is, especially for the elementary, like I said the other night, is at middle school and high school, you teach one course, or you're teaching math or English, and you can pretty well teach them as you go. But our elementary K through 5, they have those students every day, and they have them all the time. So we couldn't ask the teacher to teach all of those and teach 5 students online or 15 online and teach them in the class. It just wasn't. It wasn't what's best for students, and it's not best for the teachers. So Katrina's working with a group. Places where it was allowable, we've pulled teachers out of the classroom and put them, so they may be teaching a virtual, and they may have students from 3 different schools, but they're still teaching a whole virtual. And then we're going to hire about 7 or 8, but we're going to use that CARES Act money that we got to offset that. So we're in good shape on that. Again, I had a person that does a lot of work with a lot of state people around here, with the law directors and things like that. And he told me today, he said everybody's looking at Anderson County plan. It's a good plan, and we've got and it's because of this group out here. They work hard and tirelessly on that. So I just want to thank them. And if you have any questions.
We have Head Start training.
Yes, we do. We do have Head Start training next month. We will do that here at 5:30, and that'll be on Tuesday night because Monday night is Labor Day. So we'll have our committee meetings will be on Tuesday night this next month.
I want to commend the staff and the team that put the plan together, because I think you did an outstanding job. Well pleased.
Yes. And one thing I will say, and I really appreciate this too, we have a nurse, a full-time nurse in every school. And you all been pushing that, and we really needed that, so that's part of that. And we're really trying to figure out a way to keep that from now on, just not when COVID's going on.
Hope so.
Is that all?
That's all I got.
Committee reports. Scott, Budget Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Budget Committee met Monday night. A relatively short report. So appropriations, and I think we have those up. Yeah. Appropriation 1A is for software, for the Tab Fusion software, to increase digital organization of student records. That's $11,500. 1B is insurance for our Chromebooks. There was an increase this year because elementary students are now taking their books home. We also ask $30 from the families, so we get some of that back, but that's $150,000 for that insurance. And that's all of it up front. So 1C is Title 1A appropriation rollover, $293,354.56. 1D is Title 2A rollover, $127,157.71. And 1E is the Individual with Disabilities Education Act carryover, $823.04. Item 1F is appropriation for a new grant for an after-school program, $19,995. Item 1G is carryover from the Professional Development Fund. That is $17,401.14. Items 1H and 1I are the Head Start and Early Head Start grants, respectively. Head Start grants, the Oak Ridge portion, $50,008. The Anderson County grant was $71,104, which totals the $121,112. That's the information we didn't have Monday night, so that's the breakdown. And the Early Head Start grant is $56,668. All these appropriations have been approved by the Budget Committee and have been forwarded to the full board for approval, and I so move.
Second.
Moved and seconded with approval of the appropriations. Roll call vote.
Mr. Bale? Aye. Mr. Cantrell?
Yes. Mr. Gillum Waters?
Aye.
Ms. Landenberg?
Aye.
Mr. McCamey? Ms. Portwood?
Aye.
Ms. Williams?
Aye.
Dr. Burrow.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have three transfers. 2A is the speech language pathologist, just moving categories, $379,946.36. 2B is also moving from one account to the other. This is
That was.
that's the student services, student services fund, sorry. That's $10,000, and then the last one is the phone changeover from AT&T to ENA, and the central office portion of that's being split out, and so that's a total of $15,000. Those transfers have been approved by the Budget Committee and recommended to the board, and I so move.
Second.
Moved and second, we approve transfers 2A through 2C. Discussion. Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
That's the end of the report, Mr. Chairman.
For student board members, all appropriations have to be approved on a roll call vote, and transfers are just on a voice vote. We go through this very rapidly on Thursday night, but there can be quite a lot of discussion on the budget, particularly on Monday night committee. So to learn something, that's when you need to show up. Okay, Policy Committee.
Thank you, Dr. Burrow. The Policy Committee also met Monday night, and we had several policies to go over. And the first one I'm going to address is, I will make a motion to delete 4.203, which is advanced college placement, because the materials enclosed in that are just outdated now, and they have replaced it with another policy. So my motion is to approve the deletion of 4.203, advanced college placement.
Second.
Moved and second approval of deletion of policy 4.203. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Now, our next policy, these are for approval on the first reading, and the first policy is 4.205, enrollment in college level courses. In this policy offers clarity to the middle college and to the dual enrollment, and the Policy Committee recommended approval on first reading, and I so move.
Second.
Moved and second approval of policy number 4.205 on first reading. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Our next policy is 5.302, sick leave, and the change in this policy is the direction for reporting absences, and the Policy Committee recommended approval on first reading, and I so move.
Moved and second approval of policy number 5.302 on first reading. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Our next policy is 6.309, zero tolerance. We kept our original policy. We liked the way it's worded and the contents of it. And the only change we made into that was we added students and SRO officers to the assault and aggravated assault category. And the committee recommended approval on first reading, and I so move.
Moved and second approval of policy 6.309. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Our next policy is 6.316, suspension. And this policy is pretty much the same as it has been. The only thing is they did add destruction of property as one of the suspension categories. The committee recommended approval on first reading, and I so move.
Second.
Moved and second approval of policy number 6.306. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Our next policy is 6.317, student disciplinary hearing. In this policy, we added 8 members, which is what we have had. It has to match the number of the board. And it deletes the number of licensed teachers who have to be a member. It decreased it from 2 to 1. And the policy recommended approval on first reading, and I so move.
Second.
Move and second approval of policy number 6.307. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Our next policy is 6.409, reporting child abuse. This policy was revised to designate a child abuse coordinator and an alternate child abuse coordinator for each school. And I might say that the administration has already started the trainings for these coordinators in the schools. And it prohibits notifying parents and guardians of any allegations of child abuse. And the committee recommended approval on first reading, and I so move.
Second.
Move and second approval of policy 6.409 on first reading. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Now we have 6.319. At the meeting, we did put this on hold for further discussion, and it has been discussed with several administrators, and they've offered their recommendations. The definition of the alternate program was a short-term intervention to provide educational services outside the regular school program for students who have been suspended or expelled. That's the way they sent the policy to us. And another point in this is zero-tolerance offenses are not required to be assigned to an alternate program. However, this does not prohibit the director of schools or his designee from assigning a student to the alternate school. We have modified this policy to incorporate the alternate school for students who are not placed there for suspension or expulsion and as a school of choice, and these students may remain eligible at this alternate school through graduation. And I would like to offer this on first reading.
Second.
I'm sorry, I should say I make a motion for first reading.
Motion made and seconded for approval of policy 6.319 on first. Has the board looked at this?
Yeah, we'd had it Monday night.
Okay.
And then I sent all this out to the board members in the email.
Okay. Discussion? If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
That completes the policy report.
Building and ground. Don.
Mr. Chairman, we met on Monday night, Building and Grounds Committee, and we heard from Mr. Gary Terry of Anderson County High School Athletic Director, is asking for permission to obtain drawings for the PE bathroom and 2 showers in the girls' basketball locker room, and I so move on it.
Moved and seconded, we approve the planning for construction at Anderson County High School girls volleyball and basketball locker room
And let me add, at no cost to the school system.
at no cost to the school system.
It's good to add that.
Discussion. Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Action items. Approve CFP participation for Head Start.
Joe, you want? Joe's got some information she can let you.
This is just a routine action that we do every year that allows the Head Start program to purchase meals for the program. And it's a routine program we do every year. And I move that we approve it.
Motion made second, we approve participation in CACFP for Head Start. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Approve revised selection criteria for enrollment points for essential workers, Head Start.
Okay, as you know, the Head Start and Early Head Start go through a criteria program and allow points. And they had a Zoom meeting, a virtual meeting, to poll the policy committee and wanted to add points for essential workers, which makes them more qualified, and this did pass. And so I make a motion that we approve the revised selection criteria for the Head Start and Early Head Start programs to include essential workers.
There's 15 extra points.
Is that a second?
Glenda did.
Motion made and seconded that we approve the revised selection criteria for enrollment points for essential workers for Head Start. Discussion. If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Do we have anything else to come before the board? No comments? Welcome to the board, student members.
All right, darn.